All right, guys, we'll go ahead and get started.
Okay, really proud of our kids. I thought we played a great game and played for 4 quarters. Felt like our group was really geared up to play. I liked the way we practiced yesterday, the focus that we had. We had some pep in our step and just had a lot of people play well on both ends of the floor. And we beat a very good basketball team. They had just lost to Louisville by 2, who's a 2 seed. They played in the league with North Carolina State, Georgia Tech. They've just got a lot of quality teams in their league. 2 experienced seniors, and our group played really well on both ends of the floor. Jamie hit some big threes in the second quarter. Lexi Keys broke out on the perimeter. Tolly was really, really good. Tay defended well, and Mac was incredible. I could tell from the tip that Mac was really ready to go. Cassie DeLapp played very well off the bench, and Lauren Fields goes unnoticed sometimes, but what she does for us defensively and just getting the hands on basketball and getting us in transition, Lowe was really, really good today as well.
Coach, it's funny. It felt like, you just named so many different players on the roster who impacted the game positively today. But I want to ask you particularly about Tasha. What made her so effective today?
She's not ready to go home. She wants to keep playing. She loves her teammates, and she's been inspirational the last 2 or 3 days in practice and just telling kids how it's going to be. And then she backs it. She came to play and was virtually unstoppable on the block. And they had her for four blocks. I thought she had more than that. I really did. But I thought she played great and was very offensive minded. She wasn't worried about double team. She was going to go score before the double team got to her. And just big time game.
And it really looked like, Tasha and the entire offense kicked it into gear in that second quarter when you guys shot 11 of 19 from the field and, made more than 50% of the threes. Was anything different about that second quarter? Maybe the team settled in, or was it just Tasha saying, hey, I'm not going home?
Well, I think it was a little bit of both, but we really got active defensively. And when we do that, it puts us out in transition. And we got a lot of breakaways, and that's where Lex got open. The kids did a great job of making the extra pass today. Somebody'd have a shot, and they'd be unselfish, and they would make one more pass, and just it's the way they played all year long. But they took it to a different level today, and it was fun to watch them. I thought second quarter was as good as we played all year long, both on the offensive end and defensive end. We knocked a lot of balls loose. We disrupted what they were doing offensively, and it was a great game, but that was one of the better quarters we've had.
Thanks, Coach.
Hey, Coach. So I'll kind of build on that. Whenever you went to the first quarter huddle after the end of the first quarter, did you say anything specific to get that kind of response?
Well, Max said something. She goes, "Hey, y'all, we're tied and we haven't played great. We haven't played great, so we're fine. Just keep playing the way we know we could play." So it was a senior stepping up and leading, and sometimes when that comes from your seniors, that means more than when it comes from a coach.
Was there in that run, that 19-5 run at the start, what moment kind of stood out to you the most?
I'd have to go back and look at the film, guys, but I know we got our hands on a lot of balls when they tried to drive. We got a lot of deflections and kids took off. Yesterday in practice, we really ran the ball well, and I thought that carried over to today. But I just think it was 6 or 7 minute span where we were very active defensively, and that created a lot of offense for us. And the kids were having fun. They liked playing that way. They liked playing up tempo, and I believe that's how we play the best. And they got going, and it was fun to watch them.
I appreciate it, Coach.
Thank you.
Hi, Coach. So, as you were kind of saying before, it seemed like the freshmen really stepped up today. How much confidence does it give you as a coach, especially like going into that next round, playing in the limelight, that they're really able to perform at the highest level?
Well, it's just not them. We had Jamie Asbury's played extremely well, what Lowe does for us. But the three freshmen, they stayed within themselves, and the moment wasn't too big for them. And they hit open shots and made good plays. Tay made a lot of good defensive plays, had some nice drives to the bucket, and the two freshman guards hit shots. So it was a case where all of our kids played really well and stepped up, and I just thought that they played with no fear today. There was no anxiety in their game at all, and that's what we'll need tomorrow as well.
Coach, so one of the biggest aspects of the game was Mac's domination, and she looked great from the mid range. What did you see out of Natasha's game today the most that kind of pushed y'all to this huge win?
Well, it was just her readiness to play. She was mentally ready to play and geared up, and our kids wanted to show that we got a good basketball team. And I think deep down, some of them felt, and a lot of us felt, that we were better than an 8 seed, and we wanted to earn some respect and show people that we could play.
Yes, sir. So what about Natasha, just as a person, as a player, as a whole, do you think kind of made it so cool for her today to just get her first ever win in the NCAA tournament? Obviously, COVID last year, but
Well, she's first and foremost, she's been a great teammate all year long, and her teammates love her. They love playing with her. She has a great confidence level, but she doesn't have an ego where she doesn't recognize the people that she plays with. And I know our kids all appreciate that. She's just humble. She's about the team. She wants to win, and she's one of the best teammates that we've ever had here. And that's conducive to having good play if you act that way and you're disciplined and you care about the people that you play with, and that's where it all starts with Mac.
yes, sir. So I think there's been a couple other times this year where she's had more points, but from looking in on someone who's watched all of y'all games, it seemed like it might have been Natasha's Mac might be her best game, if not one of her best games. Would you agree?
That very, very active, very high energy today. Was looking for her shot. She at times has been too unselfish and passed up too many times, but she was highly aggressive, and that helped get some of her teammates open as well. And she made some nice kickouts on the backside, and Jamie and Lowe and Lex and Tolly all benefited from playing the game inside out.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Coach, I just have one quick one for you. Obviously, Lexi and Tolly and Talon, they've played some huge minutes for you all season long, but the NCAA tournament, the games just feel a little different, and the spotlight is there. Was there any hesitation in having a freshman as a huge part of this team, or has that long faded away since you've seen what they've been able to do all season long?
Well, they've been in that role all year long for us. They've had high expectations on them, and they've all had nice years for freshmen. So I didn't think that they played with nerves today. I thought there's a term that they played with the slow heartbeat. I think things were pretty calm for them today, and that we'll need to have that continue as we proceed forward.
Congratulations on the win.
Coach, you got any plans for tonight? You gonna watch the Stanford game?
Oh yeah, we'll watch that. We'll watch some video on them from what they've done throughout the year, and we're sitting here looking out the window at the Riverwalk, but we can't go out there. So that's one regret that I have, is that this is such a cool city that I wish our kids would have the opportunity to experience the Riverwalk, experience the Alamo, some different things. But that's not the COVID era that we're in, and really proud of our group for having the discipline that they've had this year to make sure we got to play all of our games. And that's why it's important too. These kids have sacrificed and been very dedicated in what they've done to make sure that we got the season in. We got our games in before anybody this year. So our kids have done a great job, and just happy that they're getting rewarded by playing in the NCAA tournament. Anything else, guys?
I was gonna say, I think you're good.
Appreciate y'all.
Awesome. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thanks for setting this up, Ryan.
Yep, I'll send out the link here in a minute.
Thanks, guys.